ABSeattle with Julia Massey and the
AB.
5-finger discount. I was at a bar a month and a half ago with some of the Imaginary Girls were there playing some tunes, and somehow we got to talking.
Yes.
And you said, I'm in a band. I was like, great, I have this show. Do you want to be on it? And I never heard your music before. I got in the car with your CD. I was like, I really hope I like it. Popped it in. Loved the CD. Thought it was great.
Thanks.
It was good. Tracks 1 and track 3, probably my favorite off the whole CD.
Ooh.
Wait,
But-
what's track?
Well, Top 100 and Shima.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
I like it.
Where did you guys record?
Right downstairs.
Serious?
Right
Yeah,
in
downstairs
here.
in the basement.
Joff tracked it, and we tracked it down there, but then we mixed it elsewhere.
Okay, did you, like, so was this you three a producer or anything, or just...
Well, yeah, there was like we tracked it together, and then we brought it to David Miner.
Yeah, David Miner is a producer at London Bridge who...
Great studio.
Yeah, it is a fantastic... We did not mix it there because it's a little too expensive, but Dom is in another band with his brother, who is my husband, and their band's called the Jesus Rehab, and they did their last record with David, and I really liked how it turned out, and so we befriended him, and he said, hey, if you want to have me be your producer but not go to London Bridge, you can do it out of my house.
Okay.
So we basically had 2 houses through which we produced the record.
Actually, 3 if you count Carl Saff, because he does that out
Oh
of his
yeah,
house.
yeah. our
So we
mastering
mastered it in
engineer.
someone else's house.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Homegrown.
no real studio, everything was homegrown. And
That's right.
Like
It's
you
like
said.
At every level.
It's like 3 house parties.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how we
that's
made
awesome.
the album, was 3
Yeah.
house
It
parties.
sounds great. Like, I would never imagine that it was nothing against basement
No,
recordings
no.
and stuff, but I thought you guys would have gone into the way it sounded. It sounds so great.
Thank
Good
you.
job
Yeah,
from
thank
all
you.
of you then.
Dave's just a
We
pro. He
appreciate
knows how to
that.
mix it well.
Yeah.
That's so
he
awesome.
works a Pro Tools like no one else.
It's pretty amazing.
He's
Now, is
It's insane.
this your third album
As a band.
Yeah.
as a band? Okay, were you...
I have 2 solo records before being in
Okay.
the 5-finger discount.
Okay, and you guys have been in the band for
Like 4 years now?
4 years.
4 years
Yeah.
now? Do you guys all write together, or are you mostly like, here's my tune, everybody kind of follow along, watch me for the changes, try to keep up? Exactly.
You know, I would say that at the beginning it was maybe more like that, although the boys always write their own parts. But I would say now there are more examples where I come with a tune and they go, you know, what if we cut that part out? Or what if we doubled that section? Or what if there is a lot more collaboration in terms of form. But I generally write something and I send it to them. I say, what do you guys think? Either at our practice or I'm really, really good at GarageBand.
That's awesome. You gotta start
And
somewhere.
I'm so
I'm not.
good at pressing record and exporting to MP3. I'm so good at that. So, you know, I do that too.
It's pretty amazing. Actually, our next album is just going to be that.
Just have the songs taken a change from the first 2 records? How have you evolved from the writing process?
Wow. Well, what do you guys think?
I'm louder.
they've definitely changed. They've definitely grown. We did the first album with another member, and so that definitely had an effect on it. And that was more of our kind of folkier phase.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Julia comes from in general. And so when she came to us, we matched that to begin with, but then she kind of opened it up for us to put in our own personalities. And Is There Room for Me, our second album, was kind of like that real transition period to what we are now and what we feel is our most comfortable state. You know, it's kind of, we all finally have a very strong voice, and you can definitely hear that in this last record.
So it's more collaborating, just playing together, becoming more one unit instead of
Yes.
individual parts.
I would say that. I would say that on the previous records, it sounds like here are really good songs that, you know, and really good parts that are, you know, sounding nice together. But I feel like on 5 Letters from Far Away, it's harder to tell where one member ends and the other one begins in a way. It's like, oh wow, yeah, these guys are honing in. Is it honing or homing?
I think both can work.
Okay,
I'm
either
gonna-
I'm from
one.
Ohio.
Sorry,
We
don't take
I
that
looked
stance.
this up
That's
even
education.
before. I've even looked this up. I've Googled it and I can't remember. But we're zeroing in on that gel.
Okay. What song are you most proud of off the new record? Or your favorite song?
I know my answer.
Go for it.
I really love Orbiter. That's number 2. I think that I really love that song because it is in 5/4, which is one time signature that people aren't necessarily that excited about to dance to, but the way that it comes off with their parts and all of us together, I feel like most people are like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on in this song, but I kind of like it. I feel like people who aren't musicians like it, but they don't know why, and musicians go, oh, it's because it's in 5/4. That's my feeling about
Makes
it.
sense.
And that's the one that I have in my head the most.
The one that I like the most on the album is Shreem Up because I just love how it sounds, it feels. That's number 3.
Okay, yeah.
But I gotta say the one that I'm most proud of is probably Don't Worry About Us. That's number
8,
8. Yeah.
Okay.
7 or 8.
Wait, what song?
Don't Worry About Us.
No, that's number 4.
That's
Oh,
number
yeah,
4.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
because
that is
they had
number
Who's
4.
Highly
It is,
Suffers
yeah,
got
that is
switched.
number.
It's
We got
4.
switched. They
See,
got
I
switched.
keep
Yeah.
the band
Okay.
together.
Yeah. Thumb knows it all.
Change the order of the last one.
And the reason why I'm most proud of that is the bass part is hard. It's really hard.
So you're proud of yourself for
I bit off way more than I could chew, and you can't tell on the album. You can't tell that it's too much for me to handle. Live, you can probably see me like pour sweat out of every pore.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's good. It's got a great meld of everything that I've been trying to work towards. Like there's some two-handed tap stuff, and there's like some soloing stuff, and all the stuff I'm trying to work on. And I listen to that song, and I'm like, yeah, I'm working on
It's
it.
there. It's
I'm
there.
almost okay at it.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
I think it's more not what song I like the most, but I like the transition and what one song does to the other with Song of the Dying and Who Silently Suffers, because one really brings the vibe of the album really low and very kind of mystic and very thoughtful, and then Who Silently Suffers, that piano part that it starts with kind of has a similar feeling, but it kind of starts to freight train a little bit, and they affect each other very well, and it's an awesome spot to listen to on the album.
That's awesome. Cool.
Great question.
You guys are going on tour very soon.
What?
I don't know if you
We
heard.
are? Oh, no.
I better get some time off work.
Is this
Yes,
your
we
first
are.
tour?
No. We have gone on a handful of tours together. And I've been on a tour or two before meeting them. So I don't actually know. I've lost count, not because I've been on that many, but just because I'm not really that good on the road. Not performance-wise, but I get car sick kind of. A little cramped in the car. So I always come at the end of the tours, I'm like, wow, we made a lot of really great memories. That was super fun. Okay, moving on.
But going
you know what I
through
mean?
it,
Yeah.
kinda
That's
I
kind
just
of
want
hard.
to get to the video play, get to bed.
Yes. These guys, however, could tour nonstop. So I think they're
All
probably pretty psyched.
So I read on your Facebook, I think it was yesterday, you guys are doing a soundtrack?
Oh,
that-
yes. Yes.
So for
Yes.
what, Winning Dad?
Winning Dad.
Winning Dad?
Yes.
Can we talk about that and
Yes,
how'd you get involved and what is it?
So, Winning Dad is a movie that is being produced by our great friend Arthur Allen, and the plot of it is it's a story of a homophobic father whose gay son tricks him into going on a camping trip with his gay boyfriend, his secret gay boyfriend.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of plot in there. Yeah, and I read the script, wept over the script. It's fantastic. Arthur is a real genius. And he came to us months ago and said, hey, I want you to read the script. Tell me, would you like to do the soundtrack for it? So we enthusiastically said yes, and that's going to be in production this year.
How many songs do you think you're going to do? Or is it just depend when the movie's done and you're going to...
I mean, it's a full length, so my guess is that Joff is doing some instrumental, but I'm guessing track number-wise, probably like a standard soundtrack, like 12 or 13.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
It's time for 6 out of 60.
Oh, 17.
17. Have you heard that Twisted Sister has a Christmas album out?
No.
No.
You haven't heard it?
Oh
No,
God, I gotta
I
go with
haven't.
it.
Nope.
Can I throw a question back to you really quick?
Yes.
Did you know that Christopher Lee, at age 90, you know the guy Saruman? He plays Saruman.
Oh, yeah, in Lord of the Rings.
You know he
Yeah.
has a metal album out. He's got 2.
Does it really?
He does.
Yeah,
the
he does.
vocals.
I knew that.
90-year-old awesome Christopher Lee has 2 metal albums.
Saruman.
Are they good?
They're amazing. Are they good?
Like,
they're
hipster
amazing.
Like, this is so amazing because I'm listening to this and nobody else can.
No.
Or is it actually amazing?
The music is really good if you're into
I
that
don't know.
style.
I don't know.
And
I
it's
haven't heard
Christopher Lee. So it's amazing. Whether or not you think it's good is up to you. But it is amazing.
There you
And
go.
not in an
There you go.
ironic I have a mustache way.
42 is, besides Facebook, name a website you visit pretty much every day.
YouTube.
Nothing looks sad.
At NPR, NPR.com.
Smarter lady than me.
I do. I visit it multiple times a day.
I'm a CNN addict.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening? What's on the blog? What's happening that's changing that I
It's all
didn't see
depressing.
before I checked it this morning? Ah,
That's
yeah.
me.
See, they're
Okay.
keeping informed, and I'm like, cat
What about
video.
you, Dom?
Cat video. Cat
Probably
video.
Hulu. I've
Hulu,
seen
oh,
everything Hulu has to offer.
Dom has a quote which is, I've seen it all about all television and movies.
60.
8.
8.
It's a good number.
These are
Solid.
exciting questions.
Did you know that Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish is a country star now?
Yeah.
Yes, I
He
did.
went to my
Yes, I
school.
Did it really?
Yeah, he went to South Carolina.
Is that where you're from?
School. No, that's where I went to college. He's still huge there. They love
it
him.
really?
They love him. They
That's
love
awesome.
Hootie in South Carolina.
And he seems like a really, really nice guy. So and country musicians on the whole seem really nice. So I could see that being a good fit for him. He has a voice that kind
Awesome
of
song.
reminds me of Eddie Vedder.
What?
There, I said it.
I agree.
Everybody looked shocked, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Cameraman John, just looked like he would consider it.
Really?
Let her go.
Like, really?
They need to do a mashup of Time and what's the one, the slow one we did at Come As You Want?
Elderly Woman.
Elderly Woman and Time. Somebody do that.
We have
I'm
the
on it.
technology.
I'm on it.
I'm looking at
You're the garage band master. Why don't you just...
I know. I just need to do an acapella mashup of this song. What's the number? 60.
Number 60. What is the weirdest gig, venue, whatever that you've ever played?
Surfest.
Oh, Nerf or beer? What?
Oh my God! Dirt Fest.
Dirt
Dirt
Fest.
Fest.
Woo!
Dirt Fest. Okay. Who wants to start?
Oh, I'm not.
Not
Okay.
gonna go for it.
So
You're gonna
so
tell it
all
way better
the
than I
tours
ever
we
could.
take are with the Jesus We Have. And okay, you asked what website we go on the most. The website I go on the least is MySpace now because it's a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't to me a couple of years ago, but when the transition was happening between all websites, and being a budding artist, I fell prey to a message from this gentleman, and I don't want to say exact names because they're still putting it on, but this guy sent me a message that was like, 420 Festival out in Eastern Washington, we really love your music, you should come out and play our festival. So I got really excited. Jesus Rehab got the same message. That should have been a clue right away. I think this might be a MySpace blast. Anyway, we gathered everybody together. We even had a couple friends of ours come to camp with us at this place. And we're trying to find out on Google Maps. We finally get to this, what looks like a gated community entrance. We're like, okay.
It was,
Right? Isn't this what we got? We got to
no,
gated.
yeah, they were like,
There's a guy sitting at the gate. We're like, hi, we're here for the Solstice Festival. I'll call it that. And he's like, yeah, somebody kind of told me a little bit about this, but I'm not really sure what's going on. And by that time, a couple of other bands had pulled up behind us because clearly they'd gotten the message too. And moments later, this gentleman pulls up on a dirt bike and he's like, follow me!
we're like,
okay.
Leading
So-
us to our deaths.
yeah,
This is what we felt like. 20, like maybe 5-10 miles down the road.
It was Hawaii's
We take
The
them
dirt
like a
road.
turn onto a
dirt road. Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, like,
we had to get to the dirt road.
It was a gravel
narrow
road
dirt
under a
road.
dirt road.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there. And we're looking at each other like, is this like The Shining? Like, is this, are we going to make it back? And we're all kind of like trying to figure out, let's all stick together, okay, guys? We got to stick together this weekend. Don't let anybody get separated. We get to this like compound basically where there's this huge ditch in the middle of the field. Like, we were like, is that the mass grave? Like, is that the mass grave? And we see that there's no stage. They're in the process of building the stage to start the festival that night. So we're like, okay, stage isn't built. There's a big gaping hole in the middle of this thing, and
They were
nobody else is
watering
doing-
down the
The
dirt,
because there was
to
so
keep the
much
dust
dirt.
down.
Okay, this is a really long story. The long story short is we ended up playing this festival, but not without dirt getting in all of our equipment,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of our amps. We played for about 10 people, 5 of whom were our personal friends. They said the food would be included. It ended up being like one frozen hamburger patty from Costco, and
They were cooked though after.
they were cooked. They cooked them. But we call it Dirt Fest, and we were basically lucky to get out of it alive.
I'd just like to put a caveat that I slept with our gear.
He did.
Everyone slept with the tents, and I'm like, not me.
I'm
I'm staying with this car right now.
That's so awesome.
It was terrifying. And there was a band there that was like ICP.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
There was an ICP band there
They're
too,
kinda
which was
They
like,
had like
Scary.
they had like a stage show like you wouldn't believe it.
It was
And they're setting up all these
incredible.
like pyroplastic.
Pyros and cashew.
Yeah,
cubes.
exactly.
There,
Like-
there might be 3 people at this point.
playing for 2
Yeah.
people, playing for 3 people.
They
Like,
were-
I like stood up there like, okay, this is a crazy production. At least let somebody be the one clap besides the crickets.
so-
They were into it though. They were into it. They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
care who was watching.
No.
I'm gonna go for
59.
Do it.
The penultimate question.
What is the one band you listen to that you're surprised never made it?
The one band I listened to that I'm surprised never made it.
That's
Made it big, like
Yeah,
that's
like,
not
I mean,
bad.
I listen to a lot of stuff that's kind of on the fringe, but I would consider those people all having made it because they're doing what they wanted to do. I think I would have.
mainstream.
I
Right.
think I'd have to say that it's my friend Neil's old band out of Tacoma called Leela. Their stuff was so edible and so like great. They were like late '90s, early 2000s, and it was like, come on guys, eat this off a plate. This is exactly what everyone's listening to, and they never really made it. They played some pretty big shows around Seattle, but they never got out there.
That's a great question. Dom, do you know? I don't know.
Apparently not. Well, I mean, I know I'd say Rob.
Oh,
Rob
Benson.
Rob's
absolutely.
been around for about 20 years, played in some good bands. He's played in Dear John Letters, Nevada Bachelors,
And all of them kind of went like,
Department of Energy.
Department of
The
Energy.
Glass-
This is no, I
No,
see
he's
the,
a
I
vocalist.
played with Department of Energy once.
Okay, yeah, he's
Up in
the guy.
the Brown Lantern and Anacortes.
There you go.
he's a
Yeah.
really
They were
guitarist.
great,
He's
and
the
they were
guy.
crazy keyboard
Yeah,
players.
that's
Yeah,
Ty.
Ty,
Ty
yeah.
Bailey's amazing. But
God, it was insane.
Yeah.
Rob is an incredible singer-songwriter. I think he has like 18 albums out at this point.
It's crazy.
A lot of them are really, really good. There's good stuff on all of them. And his career is long from over. He's still plugging at it.
Oh yeah.
I listen to his stuff 2 or 3 times a week.
That's cool.
Full days.
He's really good. He's
and,
really good.
you know, he
really,
lives up the
really
street.
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
He's
gonna-
awesome.
we're
Spine
gonna-
his window.
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't even think of that with Dom was saying it until Dom said it was just like in my head. I feel like Rob's already made it. I'm just like
Yeah.
he's just tracking time or something. So I have the same answer as Dom.
Yeah.
Rob
I love
Benson.
how you guys picked all local artists as well.
Oh yeah.
How about 32?
Okay.
Ooh.
32.
I don't know why I was like, yeah, 32. That's the number
That's
we
a
needed.
big
Okay. It's a stolen question. We've been waiting for this one. I heard this at, I'm a big David Bazan fan.
Oh.
And he always asks question and answer, and somebody asked him this question.
At Neptune? This
Yes.
past time?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great show.
It was a great show. What was more disappointing, Star Wars Episode 1 through 3, or Weezer's album, any Weezer album after Pinkerington?
That question kind of made me mad because Weezer has a lot of good albums past Pinkerton, especially Malandroit, and the Red album is really
Now,
good.
Mr. Bazan did not ask this question. Somebody asked it before.
defense,
somebody-
But I
Defense
think he
of
said
David.
Weezer, which I was really surprised. I was like, you kidding? Those Star Wars movies are awful.
Well, see, I feel I don't honestly know those Weezer albums, but I recently watched. Sorry, I'm ignorant of a lot of
It happens.
of a lot of music.
It
I
happens.
admit.
The kids.
I know Thriller and our stuff, and that's
That's all you need, really.
Oh no, that's a lie.
Actually, just Thriller. is
Thriller, Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
I recently watched 1 through 6 in chronological order. Don't shake your head at me, John. Don't
Wait.
do it.
No,
Do
no,
it.
that he's a huge Star Wars person.
No,
Oh, okay. I really appreciated the story. Jar Jar Binks sucks a cheetah's wang, but everything else about 1 through 6, and I stole that from Wesley Willis, but he actually says sucks a cheetah's dick. I just have to throw that out there. I don't want to steal his line. But 1 through 6 is really, really good. Besides Jar Jar Binks, story-wise, of course, the technological gap between 3 and 4 is insane. It's awful. But I get it. I think there's a part of me that gets it. So, having not heard the post-Pinkerton albums, to me that question is kind of like...
Add.
All right. Well, this is what I'm gonna say.
Let's go get real now.
I really like movies, and I really like stories. I really like narrative. I like direction. I like acting. All that stuff. So from that perspective, when I think about the Star Wars movies, except for 4, 5, and 6, I'm like, oh god, no. But the thing is, I like swords. So done. Yeah, I can watch a sword fight, especially lightsabers,
lightsaber.
for days. So
That's
I'm like,
true.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
even though I secretly, in my heart of hearts, I want the fight between Yoda and anybody to be basically them jumping around and Yoda going ping, ping, ping,
Yeah,
and not moving.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't care because he's flying around. He's got a sword. It's fun. And when it comes to Weezer, I've liked everything that I've heard from them. Pinkerton is my favorite because I feel like it's like the most soulful and incredibly honest, sometimes brutally so. But when you get down to it, it's rock and it's fun and you move and it's good.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
like
good.
Pinkerton.
So to try and say like, hey, this pop icon, is it worse than this pop icon? The answer is they're pop icons. Enjoy them both for what they can bring to you, and the stuff that you don't enjoy about them, either forgive or forget.
I've learned something today.
I've learned that Jesse
I
James is
appreciate
not a good role model.
Did you watch the Brady Bunch
I
recently?
did.
It's hard to
Sorry.
say that 1, 2, and 3 are awful, especially because the fight scene in 1 is pretty epic. With Darth Maul,
Oh, that's
it's a
good.
pretty amazing fight scene.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. I
Thank
wish
you.
you
Thank you.
to
Thank
break
you.
legs and shit on the tour.
I
stuff.
appreciate that.
Sorry. Thank you again.
Thank you.
AB out. Peace.